not touch any electronics. Don't even look at them. Hello everyone, welcome to the Deep Drop. This is a fishing podcast. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for joining us. My name's Luke McCredden. Adam Ring is with me. And as always, Adam, I'm throwing straight to you, my friend, to try and give the listeners some sort of clarity, some sort of guidance as to what the hell the Deep Drop podcast is all about.
The Deep Drop is like a quality road trip. You're 100% exhausted by the end of it, but you can't wait to get stuck into it again.
Yes. It's good. It's good. I like that.
Because we'll challenge you. It's like a good exhaustion. It's like getting a good session of exercise in, whether a good run, where you really just want to die at the time, but once you're recovered, you feel $1,000,000.
Yeah.
So it's like that good exhaustion.
Yeah,
it feels like that's us because we just throw so many questions, so many theories, so many angles at tackling a question.
Yeah. And you're excited at the start. The idea of it's so exciting. You can't wait. You jump in. There's periods throughout where you're like, I'm pretty buggered here.
But I've got to push on.
But I'm going to continue and I'm going to finish. Very good. Okay, great. I love that. Well, I hope you do push on and you know, follow up for the next week's episode. But also we should say that there's 119 episodes prior to this one tonight, which is number 120. So if you're new here, jump back in. It's fair to say, Ad, you can jump in at any point. You
can.
You can. I mean, we've had a lot of people recently that are up to date and have gone back and started at one and doing the whole journey again, which is bloody awesome. And hats off to anyone doing that. But feel free, jump on in, pull a number out of a hat between 1 and 120 and have a listen. See what you think. Let us know. And for everyone who's been along so far for the entire ride, mate, thank you and well done. This is great. Yeah. It's been a great journey.
Keep up the good work.
Keep up the good work. We're on the road to 200.
We are.
And I did just mention then, let us know what you think. Getting in touch and letting us know what you think about anything is what it's all about. This is what the Deep Drop is. It's sharing your thoughts, sharing our thoughts with you, and then hearing your thoughts back. And the best place to do it, socials, ads, Instagram. You can flick us an email via the website, thedeepdrop.au.
Correct.
You can follow us on bloody YouTube and TikTok and all the stuff.
Spotify. All of the socials.
Drop comments on all of the platforms. It's like a grand slam. If someone can drop a comment on every platform this week, there's got to be something in that. That's a grand slam of interaction.
Do you know what's in it? If you can complete the interaction grand slam, you might have to earn yourself some merch.
Some merch. Okay, so what are we saying? There's YouTube, there's TikTok, and there's Instagram.
And Spotify.
Follow us on everything and then drop us a comment just saying, I'm here. Or whatever you want, actually.
Whatever you want.
When it's the last...
Just comment, I'm only in it for the freebies.
And when it's the last platform, when you reach that last one to comment, just say, I did it, boys.
Yeah.
and we'll go back through and have a look. Merch is a great call.
We'll know what you're talking about.
We'll pick someone and flick them a merch pack. Speaking of the deepdrop.au merch pack ads, the greatest combo in Australia currently.
By unanimous decision for 2024, and I think that'll continue into 2025. It's an unbeatable combo.
It's a great combo. Obviously the cap, which is a great quality cap, flex fit cap. Bundled up with the Deep Drop stubby holder ads, and it's not just any stubby holder; it is the Deep Drop green with shout outs to our socials, our website, and our Instagram account. And listen, we've said it before, but I'm just gonna do that. And as we move into...
I got goosebumps.
I know you did. I know. You look... Yeah. As we move into Drink of the Week ads, the stubby holder, Drink of the Week, it all just makes sense.
Makes perfect sense.
And it doesn't matter what's in that stubby holder. You know it's going to be better.
Yep. Like legitimately better.
So Drink of the Week, as we touch on the merch and get across to the deepdrop.au and grab yourself a merch pack, we'll cover the freight. Don't worry about it. I'm doubling down. A few weeks ago, had a CC and dry. I'm going there again, low sugar.
Oh, the healthy option. I like it.
You could say You could say that. Yeah. Just thought I'd just do the right thing. So
taste the same. Taste the same as full noise.
Hang on. Nah.
Nah. Are we talking a little bit watered down, CC and dry?
It's a bit light on. Nearly made me cough. I need something stronger in my life.
That's right. Your body was rejecting it. Do you know the only reason your body kept that down then?
Yeah.
Saw the green stubby
holder. Yeah. What do you got? Drink of the week, Adam?
I'm kicking it old school. I'm going back to the early days of my drinking career. I'm on the road. I'm on the road again. I'm in sunny Albury at the moment, and I drove past Dan Murphy's and thought I better be prepared because Pepsi Max isn't going to cut it. So I've gone with a Miller's Genuine Draft, and you know what, Luke? I'm not going to lie. I may have already had one, but I can tell you straight away, just with the smallest little sip.
Yeah.
It's the second best Miller's I've ever had.
Yeah.
And do you know why it's not the first?
Why?
Because I don't have a green stubby holder here.
Oh, that is a problem.
Yeah.
I did think there was something wrong with that picture when you held that up then, and that's what it was.
Yeah. That was it. So it's the second best Miller's I've ever had, and I've got to make sure that I grab one of me stubby holders and leave it in the car because it just doesn't feel right. Like just not grasping the green.
You feel nude.
A little bit.
I don't mind that. Miller's a bit of a throwback. That's an American beer from memory.
It is. It is.
Yeah, okay. I haven't had a Miller's in a long time.
I used to get stuck into them.
Really?
There was a sort of pre-drink special.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so I'd put back a few Millers. Done a few fishing trips with the Millers and the Esky as well. Yeah.
I don't mind
them. I haven't had one for a long time.
Yeah.
But they hold up.
They hold up. All right, good. I might have to try one. Very good. Well, there you go. And thanks, everyone, for getting in touch and suggesting some drinks too. We'll get onto that list pretty shortly. But if you do have any suggestions for a drink of the week for the deep drop, flick it on through. Instagram's probably the easiest place to do it. But, hey, you might put together a spreadsheet and document drinks we should have every week. So if you do that, you can attach that in a file and probably send it through via the website.
We can all play along.
Don't mind it. Hey, Ads, just before we rip into the full guts of this episode, we've been talking it up the last couple of weeks. The Deep Drops TV debut.
Yes.
It happened.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
It happened. We were on air this Sunday, just gone as we record this, on Hook, Line and Sinker. And Ads, for anyone who tuned in and checked it out, I hope you enjoyed what was basically what we do here on TV.
Well, fuck around.
Fuck around. The laughing was non-stop, and I think Sally putting together that episode would have had trouble just probably editing out some of the laughing because it was just out of control. It was a lot of fun. It was cool to check it out, and obviously fishing with a couple of pretty handy anglers in Andrew Hart and, of course, Lee Rayner also made an appearance, mate. It was good fun.
It was awesome fun. And he said, loads of laughs. Hardy was kind enough to, let's just say, have a crack at something that we'd thrown out there on the deep drop in a previous pod. So tune in, have a look at the episode to find out what that was. But Calamari were involved.
Yes.
Let's just say that there was that much fun had that Lee may have had to purchase a new boat afterwards.
Yeah,
because there was no cleaning that.
There was no cleaning that. This is something we almost need to get Lee on to talk through because I've never seen a more shattered human being in my life. When we rounded out the day, and as you typically do, you kind of if you're calamari fishing, you might keep them in the live well, and which we did, and then as we were back at the ramp, just tied off to the jetty there, we were pulling some of the squid out to take them up and put them in bags, whatever. And there was just what I'm calling an eruption of ink, Adam.
That's exactly what it was.
You and Hardy were sort of handing the squid out to each other, and it was a fountain. It was an eruption. It was just a tsunami of black ink, and I think
we weren't really in a hurry. Once they started spraying ink everywhere, there was kind of a little bit of a, what the fuck do I do now? Like, it's already started.
Yes.
Lee couldn't believe what the hell was going on.
I think, in fairness to Lee, you and Hardy just held the squid over the boat, in the boat, not over the side into the water. You just...
Well, I want to defend us here. This was entirely Lee's fault. Because when's the last time you went squid fishing and released a squid? Why were they kept alive in the live well?
Well, I think, yeah, it's a fair call. But I do. I mean, I think if you're not putting them straight on ice or whatever, you chuck it. No, not releasing them. I mean, I'd naturally just dump them into the live well while you're fishing sort of thing. Deal with them later.
With water in it, so they stay alive.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think I see where you're coming from here, but there was ink everywhere.
It was hilarious. It got beyond funny at the end.
For us, it was. The best is that there's actually a scene in the episode where Lee, you see him, he looks shattered, like he's leaning up against his chair, just going.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure he told us to try, but once it was, I got nothing. Like,
and there was also a moment during the episode or during the day's fishing, and it made the episode where, and it only happened once, I think, where we got an ink shot. Usually,
yes,
we managed to keep it off. But it shot sort of up and into the boat. It got Hardy's pants, might have got your top a bit or whatever, and that was it.
Yeah, and most of it went on the roof.
But then when Lee was cleaning the boat later, he took a photo and sent it to me. The whole top of the hard top was covered.
Yeah, we only got splashback.
It was a full paint job on top of the hard top. So anyway, check it out. 7Mate, if you've got the app or is it an app? I don't know. You can just go find it, I suppose. But it'll stay on there for a while, I'm assuming. So go check it out. It was a lot of fun. Did we come up with a result or an answer into the question about the squid jigs? I'm not sure. Loosely. Yeah. So anyway, but there was plenty of other questions while we're out there, and that's what the Deep Drop's all about, Ad. So
correct. So, have a. It was great fun, and it was awesome to watch it back. And
shout out to Hardy
because we filmed it a little while ago.
Yeah.
And it was a great day.
It was a great day, mate. So, no, very good. Well, I've got... Oh, hello. Management's in the building, Ads.
Listen. I've got a bone to pick. What the fuck did I hear last week about advertising for new management? What the fuck's all that about? It's bloody ridiculous.
Yeah, listen, Ads...
Hey, hang on. Luke, I'll take this one from here.
Well, here we go.
I got this.
Go on, then.
Listen, we had a chat. And Luke and I.
Yeah, right.
And I kind of decided that you're shit.
Fuck off.
So we threw it out there to the people. We're just exploring options. Listen, nothing's set in stone at the moment, but I think you just need to go and have a rest. But I wouldn't be holding your breath on a callback.
No, who made you fucking in charge? Jesus Christ. Fuck this shit. You're all a bunch of fucking dickheads. Fucking bullshit.
Oh, I mean, come on. It's not... Yeah, that was pretty brutal, Ads. I'm not going to lie. You were pretty direct and straight to the point.
Do you know what I find the most interesting out of that interaction? Pretty sure he knows who I am now.
Well, this is true. And... he's back. Hey,
Well, one more fucking thing. Who do you think you are? You're not even that good at what you do anyway, Aaron. I think I could do a better job than you easy.
Well, come on. I mean, let's not make this a fight. But
no, let's make it a fight.
I'll fight.
Let's go. What? Hang on. Sit. Have a sit.
No, I'll stand up.
If you think you can do this,
easy piece of piss.
If you can prove that you can do it,
no problem.
I'll walk, but I get to ask the questions.
Oh, okay. So are we all comfortable with it?
Comfortable.
Yep. Okay.
I couldn't give a rat's ass if that guy right there is comfortable or not.
So what are you saying, Ed? You're going to throw some questions?
Yep. Okay. We're going full deep drop style. Now, I'm going to ask you some questions.
Yeah, no problems, mate.
And you need to answer them better than what we've already answered. So I hope you've actually been listening to the pod, because you're in here demanding how things go, telling us what to do, trying to find another co-host because apparently I don't exist.
So here's your chance. Adam's going to throw some stuff towards you. Here is your chance to show us, I guess, what you've got before we, advertise.
Yeah, don't fuck it up.
Okay, go on, Ads. Here's your time.
Come on, let's do it. I'm ready. Let's go.
I want you to tell me, Luke, and all of the people listening, what are your thoughts on LiveScope?
Live scope. Well, yeah, it's the bloody the thing that you've got on your top of your boat.
That was that bad. I'm going to ignore it and move on to question 2.
Okay, that's not your strong point, obviously. Maybe the next question you might have, Adam, could be in his wheelhouse.
Yeah, no, this would be because the next question you and I have. It's one of the things I think we've portrayed a clear answer.
Yeah.
So this is more a general knowledge question.
Yeah, I can do that.
I just want to know if he's been listening.
Yeah, I have.
What are our thoughts on jet skis?
Easy. They're
Okay.
Well,
fair bump. Play on.
Okay, nailed it.
Okay, 1 from 2.
Wow.
Didn't think I'd be saying that, but
No,
here we go. Even
there
the
we-
sun shines on a dog's ass every now and then. Third and final question. Live baiting for tuna. Talk me through it.
Yeah, no, so that's when you get the tin tuna from the Woolworths, and before you feed it to your cat, you've got to.
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah, that's not.
There's the door.
Oh, hang on.
Don't let it hit you in the ass on the way out.
Oh, fucking hell.
Did I get my point across?
I think that was pretty. Look, I think it wasn't a bad thing to happen, Ads. You needed to get that off your chest. You gave him the opportunity to sort of, I guess, show where he's at as a fishing brain, which, well, apart from the jet skis one, he didn't really have much. So,
But listen, Luke, I'm going to be honest here, right? Just let him fret on it a little bit.
yeah, right.
And please, people out there, send in your voice memo resume.
Oh,
because
the application's
it's
still
open.
absolutely open.
Application's open, but I just want to fuck with him as much as possible.
And you don't necessarily need to. Well, you do need fishing knowledge, but that was just a bit of a hotspot
That
quiz.
was just to put him under the palm.
We just need some management, you know, something.
Something. So I just want someone to know who I am that isn't you, Luke.
Yeah, yeah. It's really personal now, isn't it?
It's beyond personal.
All right, good.
But anyway, let him stew on that for a little bit, and we'll see what he comes back with next week.
All right, perfect.
It's been another interesting week, Luke. There's a little bit going on in the fishing space, some of which we'll cover at a later date because we need to get our facts right on some stuff,
Yeah.
believe it or not. Something I have been following. So the 2025 rounds of the ABT fishing tournaments have started. There was a double header over the last couple of weeks in Victoria where the year kicks off. So round 1 was in the Gippy Lakes and round 2 at Malakuta. You can head on over to the website, check out the results. It's all up there. It's all finalised. It's all done. Does look like both systems fished really well.
Good.
But I have a question for you, Luke. It's a two-parter.
Sure. Wow. Okay.
Because I find the boater and non-boater categories a little bit interesting.
Right.
Can you talk me through the point of being a non-boater? Is it the third wheel of fishing?
Yeah, it's the third. Well, maybe. I don't quite. And look, listen, I'll preface this by saying I don't think I'm across the rules or the actual specifics around what a non-boater is.
Well, it's a random draw. You get allocated to a boater. So
Okay.
equal number of boaters and non-boaters, as
Yeah.
far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
And you get placed onto one of someone's boat.
So this doesn't become a team, though.
No, it's
Right.
all individual. There's a boater and a non-boater section. So you're not a team.
Right.
You're just fishing from someone's boat.
So then are you technically fishing against the person that you are on the boat with?
No, not technically, because you're in different categories. The boaters have their own scorecard and ladder,
right.
and the non-boaters. So you're only competing against other non-boaters.
Okay, so you're a ring in. You're just you're in the reserves.
Yeah, yeah.
No. Interesting concept. I know it's not a new one, but I never put too much thought into it, to be honest.
Okay, so let's go full deep drop style on this. Pros and cons.
Let's do it.
So let's start with the obvious ones. Cons
Okay.
of being a non-boater.
Yeah.
You don't get a say on where you're fishing. You just stand at the back of the boat and
Do you think
cast where you can.
you don't get a say in anything?
Listen, I don't know. I've never fished one of these tournaments.
Right.
I don't really have any interest.
No, I'm going to give you a scenario, actually. Before I just say, do you get a say in anything? Here's a scenario. I'll throw a few scenarios at you. You know, the boater has found some fish, good patch of them, good sort of area. You're fishing some snags. You're popping a fish off most of these snags, blah, blah, blah. Non-boater needs a shit. Do you go in? Does the boater go, yeah, mate, all good. We'll head back in so you can use the lavatory?
Nope, hold it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why that is my first thought. I mean, is there an expectation there of, you know, well, obviously you wouldn't get to choose where you stand. You're not at the front of the boat.
No.
You're fishing off the back, or are you sharing the front deck? I don't know.
Nah, I don't think there's much sharing. Well, I guess it all kind of depends on who you draw as your boater, I would think. Because obviously, like every competition, there's different levels. There's some that are there solely for first place, and there's others that just enjoy the camaraderie of the weekend's fishing. I think I'm gonna throw it out there because I really don't know. Because my first initial thought of non-boater is, well, that'd be hard work.
Yep.
And then I start thinking of the pros. Okay, well, you get to see how the pros fish. You know, I mean, if you get paired with a top 5 angler in the country, you get to pick up on some stuff and learn some stuff. I guess it's a nice way to learn a system.
Yeah.
The Gippy Lakes or Malakuta.
If you are the does the boater choose who the non-boater is that joins them?
No, it's random.
That could be challenging for the boater.
So I want to throw this out there. I need help on this question. I don't have an answer. I don't know how I think about it. I can see some pros. I can see some cons. Probably more cons than pros. If you fish the ABT Brim tournaments, I don't care where it is. It could be Victoria, New South Wales, Queensland. Don't care. It can be Bass. It can be Brim. Whatever. I want to hear your experienced thoughts. Are you a non-boater? Reach out. Leave us a voice message. Just give us a good minute on your experience as a non-boater.
Highs, lows.
Yeah, just general feel.
Yeah.
General feel is your time as a non-boater. And if you're a boater, same deal. Just a nice minute voice. Be honest. We will not mention any names.
No. I actually heard a story recently, and I'll definitely not mention names, where a non-boater was telling me he was paired up or, you know, put on a boat with someone with pretty highly regarded in the scene, and halfway through the day went, all right, I'm done. I'm going home. And the boater had to call it the non-boater had to call it a day as well because there was that was it. So, tournament over. So
that's rough.
That's rough. But you are at complete mercy of the boater, though, if you're a non-boater, I would imagine.
If you cast into a snag and snag up as a non-boater, just bust it off.
I think that should be your first thought. Surely you're not asking to motor in or head into. Can you just nose into that snag?
So would you put that in the etiquette non-boater category?
Yeah. So
don't even ask. Just bust it off.
All right. Let's come up with some etiquette. Sort of what would the handbook look like for a non-boater? Deep drop style. Snag up. Bust that off as quickly.
Shit before the event.
Shit before the event. Twice if you have to. Don't have a coffee prior to boarding the boat.
Yep. Correct.
If you are snagged, sort that out real quick. Just hold that spool and pull backwards. Bust that off as quick as you can. If you are hungry, you wait. You wait until the boater eats first.
Only speak when spoken to.
You will bring barbecue shapes. You will provide a minimum of 2 boxes for the boat. If the boater wants to eat them both to himself, fair game.
Just nod and smile.
Do not touch any electronics don't any electronics. Don't touch unless asked.
Oh, I dare you to touch them.
Yeah, no. Don't even
You wouldn't do that if you're not fishing a comp.
don't even look at them.
Yeah. Just pretend you don't exist.
Don't look at the sounder. Don't look at the side scan. Don't look at the live scope. Just wait to be told where to. Well, that's the other thing. You're not asking for advice. Don't talk.
Yeah. Listen, I'm sure it can't be this bad. This is the deep drops rules.
I'm not done.
Yeah.
If you embed a treble into any part of your body, it stays there for the day.
Correct.
You're not getting any sort of medical attention from the boat owner. He's got fish to catch, or he or she's got fish to catch.
What should you? Okay, hypothetical. Boater hooks up.
Mm-hmm.
Solid fish.
Yep.
I'm not going to say like record size fish, but solid fish.
But one that'll go to the tally, like the length. Yep.
What should you do as the non-boater if you cock up the net shot and hit the lure and the fish swims off?
Jump. Just fucking get out of there. Yeah. Well, even prior to that, though, is your first thing you should do is grab the net and hand it to boater, or because do you go up there just naturally? Do you go, let me get this for you, or does the boater? The boater might be very strict on, I'll do my own netting, thanks, it's fine. I mean, it's brim. When it's brim, it's not. It's very manageable on your own sort of thing. I think it'd be different if it was barra or cod or something. But because if you're doing some net work, that means you're heading up towards that front deck and
pressure's on.
Pressure is on. For starters, you shouldn't be on that front deck as the non-boater.
If you're the non-boater and you hook a decent fish, should you be expecting to land that fish from start to finish on your own?
Yeah, you're on your own. Yeah.
Absolutely. I need to hear from some boaters and non-boaters. I'm really interested on this topic because there's got to be some cracking stories.
There's got to be. I'd love to hear some stories of non-boaters absolutely pantsing the boater when it comes to fish. Because can you imagine the boater just going...
Well, do you know why that would be absolutely incredible? Wow. And again, please, someone reach out and correct me, because I have been looking at the scoreboards, both live and at the end of each day. So the boaters are allowed 5 fish each in their bag. Non-boaters only allowed 3.
Oh, wow.
Do you think that's a rule that's been put into place so that it's virtually impossible for a non-boater to beat a boater?
Maybe. It seems like a power move, doesn't it?
It does. It seems like a solid flex.
And are you sharing a live well?
I don't know how that works. Or do you just put your fish in an esky with water in it?
It's a bucket. I've got a 20-litre bucket. Do you mind if I just fill this up? Oh, just hang on. You got to wash the shit out because I needed a shit.
Does the non-boater have to put in for fuel?
Oh. Wow. Yeah, it's an intimidating one. Oh, mate, hats off to all the non-boaters who are comfortable and confident enough to step on board, because
you're a lot more of a man than I am.
Mate, there'd be some, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, but this, when you're at a tournament sort of a level, I guess, as a boater, you would have your boat set up to the point where it is one with you. Like, you know what I mean? Right. So to have someone potentially complete stranger, potentially a bit of a hack, stepping on and being a noob and being part of your journey for the day or the tournament, or is it the whole tournament, or is it just a day?
I'm not too sure actually. I'm not sure if it gets mixed up day 1, day 2, or you're with that person for the whole thing.
Yeah, you might wind up with an absolute doozy, and that's a tough pill to swallow as the boater, to see old mate walking over and he's, blundstones and.
I'm going one step further.
Steel cap boots and puts a hole in the gunnel on the way into the boat.
Send us your short story, voice messages only.
Yeah, please.
Best one gets to be a guest on the show.
Oh,
I need to hear stories.
Yeah, let's do
There's
that.
got to be some absolute bangers. Please do not mention any names. I don't even want to know.
Yeah,
but there's got to be some great stories. Whether you're a boater or a non-boater, please reach out.
Yeah.
Maybe we can have a debate, boater versus non-boater.
I feel like we've gone pretty harsh on non-boaters tonight.
Yeah. Do you think if we got a boater and a non-boater on the pod at the same time, we could actually come up with a solid set of rules for comp fishos?
Maybe we could submit that to the ABT. They could take that.
Official rule book.
And then we'll get the non-boater and boater and Steve Morgan on the show.
Yeah. We'll mediate. Just watch the three of them punch on.
Mate, I don't mind it at all. Or we write our own set of rules and we start our own tournament, the Deep Drop Fishing Series.
That'd be a fucking mess.
Good luck to you if you're a non-boater.
just porta potties everywhere, and ATMs for the for the non-boaters.
For fuel, bring cash only. Yeah, it's a great topic. It's a it's kind of it's a daunting one. Like I mean, in all honesty, like it's great. And let's be real, I'm sure it's not that harsh, not that crazy. But
I'm
it's
99% sure that the very vast majority of experiences are absolutely awesome because there's some bloody good fishos out there, and non-boaters would be learning some serious stuff about catching bream in this case in Vic. But there's got to be some good stories.
But I feel like anxious at times. We've spoken about it heaps over this journey of this podcast, where you and I are very similar in that we love to learn. So we love to fish with people we haven't fished with before and just soak it in and just to the point where sometimes you might not, you might just be watching them cast for a few, for 5 minutes or so, and learning even how they're targeting areas and that, and just talking to them, picking their brain. But I've fished with people who I really admire as far as just their skill set, and it is slightly daunting sometimes. We like, what am I supposed to do? And 99% of the time it's like, get up here, get up the front, here's grab whatever you need and help yourself. And it's like, oof. I think I could even just reel some off the top of my head. Recently fishing with Dicko from Wilson up on the Gold Coast, actually, and Mick Horn from Rapala on similar sort of that canal fishery. Just guys who are just legit, like proper. Luckily, they're also very, very good people that are more than accommodating to get you into it and talk you through it. Because that's the other thing, I suppose, is if you're fishing in an area, let alone a different state, but just an area or a waterway you haven't fished before, it's pretty. You can feel pretty out of your depth, so to speak.
And what better way to learn? Like, I can see that would be a huge pro for it. But yeah, I'm fascinated. It just got me wondering, going through the scorecards and looking what's going on, and you just think the non-boater gig seems like hard. Like, it'll be pretty tough. Like, where are the boundaries?
I've got a question for you with tournament fishing, but before we do, we need to throw to new spono break ads.
Oh, new spono.
Yeah, new spono. I just got an email flick through from management to say play the new spono. So we'll get back into this chat right after this.
Hi, Stuart Dickingbottom here. Do you want to target and catch the greatest sport fish in the world? Then look no further than Stuart Dickingbottom's Game Fishing Charters. No, I'm not talking about marlin or even the mighty barramundi. I'm talking about the greatest sport fish in the world, the European carp. I know what you're thinking. Oh, Stuart, the European carp is an invasive introduced species here in Australia, and no one likes them. Wrong. Everybody loves them. That's why you should join me, Stuart Dickingbottom, and embark on a carp adventure of a lifetime. So give me a call and book your spot today. Get in.
Wow. Okay, carp charters is a thing now.
There you go. I've heard it all.
And I haven't, not familiar with the name Stuart Dickingbottom, but it's
It's an unfortunate surname, but you know what? It's there's nothing we can really do about it.
Okay, I mean, great. Get yourself a.
Don't know how comfortable I'd feel about spending a day on charter with Mr.
No, not sure either. fishing for carp. So there you go.
Okay.
Interesting.
Book your spot today.
Book your spot today, Stuart.
Get
Digging
in.
Bottom. Get in. Get in. All right. I wanted to ask you a couple of things tonight, but you've really pricked up my ears with the tournament thing, and I want to throw something to you because I'm glad that you're following the the local ABT and the whole. I
cool.
think it's great. But I don't know enough about it, and I don't feel like I don't know sometimes where to go to find more about it, and it makes me. And when I do, and happen to stumble across some stuff, or someone might send me something, I think this should be bigger and better. And when I say better, I don't mean the competition. It's brilliant from all accounts. Anyone who's been involved in them, and as we know, the people that are involved in them do an awesome job. But could this thing become a bigger sporting event on the sporting calendar in general? And I know we've joked about, well, no, we haven't joked. We've been serious about the Olympic Games, but no, and I know that's a bit of fun, but just scalability. Do you think this could be bigger than it is?
Well, it's really only ever going to be as big as how many people enter the comp. I think that the more entries that you get, naturally, you're going to get a bigger production just with everything that goes on. I do feel as though it's in a growth period again.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about it, but it feels as though it's on the way up because there was years and years there where we didn't hear anything about it.
No, correct.
So it seems brim fishing is becoming cool again.
Good.
Bass fishing's always been cool as hell.
Yeah.
Especially up in New South Wales, Queensland, and the barramundi are just going from strength to strength, which, again, the barramundi rounds, I think, will continue to grow as those fish get bigger and bigger. Those systems have got such big fish in it now. You're going to hear about it. But
and it's worth following because some of the fish that are getting caught in the impoundments are just unbelievable. So I guess where I'm going is there's a lot of people that will follow, the US bass tournaments and stuff like that. Now, I get it. It's a completely different beast in a way. Now, but the idea that we've got something here at home on our doorstep is kind of cool. And I just wonder whether there's a way that we could, people could get behind it more, follow it, just as an audience point of view, not so much as a participant. Because from all accounts, it's a big event, and all the events are big events with lots of anglers. I just think there's opportunity to get the audience behind it a bit more. I think it'd be really cool.
Well, I've got an idea on how you could make it. I won't say more exciting, because it's doing its thing. And I said it's coming into a growth period now.
Yeah.
But what we've got at the moment, from what I can tell, you've got obviously the Victorian brim guys will, they'll fish the Vic comps. They may go and do another brim round up in New South Wales. But I think where you could get maximum excitement, it would be cool, say the winners of the brim round, they get free entry into a bass round and a barra round.
Yeah,
because I think it would be awesome
throwing them out of their depth a bit.
Yeah, if you were to take, say, a Gippsland Lakes brim specialist.
Yep.
They take out the comp, and then they get
wildcard entry.
Well, and they get a free entry into one of the barra rounds.
I love it.
Then all of a sudden, but I think you're building it from within.
Absolutely, I think that's a great idea. But I think the biggest thing at the moment is just getting eyes on the actual event from a outside point of view. And I know it's not gonna get televised because it's just logistically a nightmare to try and film that, and it would cost the earth. But do you remember there were a million years ago back when this goes to show how long ago we worked in tackle stores together. Ads we used to sell DVDs.
Yeah, correct.
And books. But there was there were series, and I can't remember. There were series that they used to release on DVD.
Yeah, they were the ABT.
Oh, was it ABT? Was it?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yep.
And they were cool. But the fact of the matter is, we've got this. We're living in this on-demand world, and we've got on-demand platforms like YouTube or whatever.
Well, okay. This is funny you mention it because I'll tell you now how I keep up to date with the comps. Steve Morgan, who has a massive hand with all the rounds, runs an unbelievable organisation that's now putting on these comps. He fishes them all.
Yep.
Not only does he live stream each day, but he also gives a condensed, like a condensed version of the day, shows you all of the fish that he caught for his bag, but also shows clearly and exactly what lures he caught his fish on. So if you're a beginner brim fisherman, for example,
you're watching from the best straight away,
and you don't know where to start, you can have a look. You can just jump onto the ABT website. It'll give you the dates for all the rounds. Then follow someone like Steve. Get the rundown. You can either watch it live, or you can watch the condensed version and see what he caught, how he caught him. There's live scope footage. You can essentially get a tutorial just watching. So
how good's that? So
if you had a series of anglers doing that, now that's a proper setup. Like that takes some effort and it takes some know-how. But imagine you had half a dozen anglers that were all live streaming and then putting up their own condensed days of fishing. Mm-hmm. I think that's
something.
That's a great way to get people involved.
I mean, and I know Steve's done this for a while, but I wonder, is it a case of just, like you say, getting half a dozen to do it and getting him to show him how to set up the cameras and all that sort of shit? Because that's half the battle. That's the last thing you're thinking about. If you're fishing a tournament, your head's in the game. You don't want to be worried about.
Yeah,
but if it's easy enough or straightforward enough that it can be done, be cool. How many boats? Do you know how many boats
I'm
are
not
in?
Sure.
No, but it'd be.
No, I'm not sure.
I'm assuming it's a fair few.
There's a few.
So that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like,
I think, say the non-boaters, for example, the anglers went well into the 40s.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. All
so
right,
there's plenty. There's plenty of people
boats,
there.
Yeah.
People are entering the comps. That's not an issue. I think it's just getting it.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Out there.
I think it's as popular as ever as far as participants. But it'd be cool to see it sort of.
Do you know what would be awesome?
Accessible.
Imagine, say you have a grand final, but only the boaters compete in a grand final.
Obviously.
And instead of
I'm joking.
you got the non-boater grand final. They were fishing off the bank.
Yeah. Just walking paddo wall.
Yeah. Just grinding bloody chubbies along the bottom.
So many non-boaters listening to this just hate us now. Yeah. And I'm sorry. We're just having a bit of fun.
It would be awesome. Say you grabbed a load of uni students that were studying cinematography, videography. It wouldn't surprise me if there's a course on fucking content creation these days.
Well,
but instead of a non-boater, you do a deal with a local TAFE or uni or even anyone doing an online course, and each for the grand final only, the boater gets someone on their boat that's not anything to do with fishing, but they're filming the whole thing and then putting together a package on how the day went and all that sort of
Love
shit.
it.
If they're not confident with it, because it's hard. Try and film
100%.
anything on a boat. It's freaking hard.
I know. And like I said, mentally, it's the last thing you want to be worrying about. If something happens and it glitches out or something, you just go, fuck it. I'm not even bothering. And rightly so. Yeah. So anyway, I just think...
Or drones.
Just drones that follow them around.
Could you
let's
imagine
be
just
real,
drones zipping around everywhere? That'd be awesome.
Let's be real. To get something to film anything these days isn't a massive expense. It's not. It's not a big expense. You could potentially find... Let's just say we're rolling with half a dozen boats. You could potentially find half a dozen just die-hard fishing people that just love it, who are willing to just sit on the boat all day with a smartphone, a GoPro, maybe a drone, 360 camera, whatever, and just film heaps of stuff who can, and then submit it to someone who can then, like Steve might have a media team that he get to put all that stuff together and just release per leg of the tournament. I don't know. Maybe it's just one
because it
boat
would be cool to see
leg.
more of
Yeah.
it. It'd be cool to see more of it. Like, Steve's doing an incredible job and you can see it, but imagine that times half a dozen anglers.
What about as far as just, ramping up the tournaments, and you touched on, giving wildcard entries to winners. I think that's brilliant. I love the idea of the winners from it. Because what is it? Is it there's obviously Brim, Bass and Barra. Is it just one sort of comp for each species in a season?
No, I think there's various rounds.
All right. So do you take, you might take your overall champion from Barra, overall champion from Bass, Brim, and then put them in a 1v1v1 comp.
Oh, that with all like one venue for each species, one Barra venue, one Bass venue, one Brim venue, and just put the champions in. Then that's the one you want to film.
So it's champion, but then this is just almost like a bit of an extra for an absolute like champion points, the ultimate championship. The other thing,
that'd be mad.
Yeah. So that's that. That'd be fun. I feel like we've gone back to this a few times, but I want to go there again.
Yeah.
What about State of Origin? When you get your winners from each, or your best anglers, however it works in champion points from each state, because you might end up with a Victorian that does really well on the Barra comps. I don't know, like whatever. Yeah. And ultimately, your two best anglers from Vic, New South Wales, and Queensland go head to head in a similar scenario, but they're on a team together, so it's teams.
Could you run that in conjunction with the finalists? So you take the 3 grand final winners of each species. They do their fish off between Barra, Bass, Brim, and then you might take second and third from each state, and they compete in State of Origin,
the team event.
So so you've got 2, and again you're competing on a limit between 2 anglers.
Yeah.
Like, there could be a way to make it.
I like it.
Pretty epic.
That's what I mean. Then they're the things that you'd put effort into filming and not televising, but releasing, because that'd be fun to watch. Yeah. But anyway,
before we move on, I've got one more question.
Yeah.
So for the champion,
yes,
champion state, champion angler.
Yeah.
What are we going? Are we going Australian Open style plate? Are we going WWE belt? Yeah. Are we going NFL championship ring?
I think there's got to be some silverware. I think it's a cup of some sort. Like trophy.
So more horse racing style?
Yeah, more like a
sort
of
or the
AFL
Premiership Cup
type thing. I feel like that, but I'm open to suggestions. I haven't put a lot of thought into this. That was a on the spot question. I don't mind the idea of a ring.
It would be pretty awesome if the following year, when the rounds start up again, the champions fish every comp with their championship belt on, or they rock up to the. They rock up to the weigh-in with their ring on.
Well, there's a ring presentation at the ramp because, like in the NBA, it's the first game of the season.
The first game of the season, so they come back for the ring ceremony.
Yeah, I love that.
That's pretty sick.
Practically, I'm not sure one of those big, bulky NBA rings would be all that
it's got to
be.
We should take it one step further and we should go like fishing knuckle dusters.
Well, let's get original. Let's get, sort of gold-plated reels.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's make them practical.
Ooh.
I don't know. Maybe it's
imagine that fishing. Yeah, tell me that's not the ultimate flex. You fish the entire next season with a gold reel. Yeah. Just everything's gold.
What do you wear? It's not a belt, mate. It's waders.
Or do you go golf green jacket?
I don't mind. Well, I don't mind that. No, I don't mind that. Yeah.
Maybe the jacket. Maybe the jacket could be like like a more minor detail, as in if you win day one, you go into day two wearing the jacket. So no matter where you are in the system, if everyone spots the jacket, they know that motherfucker's in the lead.
He's winning. Yeah. Like Tiger Woods used to wear a red shirt in the last round of every the tournaments he was leading or whatever. I don't mind something subtle like a jacket for the ultimate champion. So you get trophies when you win your legs and all that, and you win Barra, you get a trophy, cool. And then when you win it all, you take it all, you feel like you're going to be showered in gold and silver. No, it's just something like a hat or a jacket that you wear around.
It's got to be a jacket.
It's got to be a jacket, and it's just don't touch it.
See, that's where I think the ring is just can't be beaten. Because
it's pretty good.
It's kind of subtle enough that if you walked in, no one would notice it straight away.
Yeah.
But when you're sitting at the bar with your hand around your pint glass, and
nice.
and you can hear the clink of the ring on the pint glass, you're like, "What was that?" Oh, it's the champion.
It's the
bitches.
champion. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Did I just put my hand on the bar with cash in it to pay for this beer?
And did you
Joke's
hear a
on
clonk?
you. I'm not paying for this beer because I'm the fucking champion.
Yeah, correct. This ring says the drinks are on you.
Yes. I think we've landed on the ring.
I think the ring
for the ultimate champ. Yeah.
All right. And in 10 years' time, like I want to see the best of the best rocking up wearing 7 rings.
Yes,
you know, like
exactly,
when when
just doing the photos like this.
Yeah, that's right. Tom Brady rocks up for his first commentary gig and he's wearing 7 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah.
Just
awkward as hell, but
flex
doesn't
the
matter.
shit
Power.
out.
Yeah. I love it. All right. Well, there's plenty for the ABT team to work on, but ultimately, I think you've nailed it, Ads, with the word. That's a fantastic idea. All right. Well, listen, we need to round out the show as we do most weeks now, every week now, Ads. I've promised a little something over the last few weeks. I've put together the jingle.
Ooh. All right,
So,
I'm all ears.
Listen, up for criticism here. This can change. This might, develop over the next few weeks or whatever. But it's time for top 6.
Top 6. Top 6.
Yeah.
For a split second there, I thought we were ranking top 6 pornos, but it just sort of,
Maybe.
it just eased in nicely.
So it's just listen. We throw it to we threw it to the music department here at the Deep Drop Studios. They've presented that. I don't hate it, but I think there's some work there to do.
It's a solid start.
It's a good start.
Yeah, it's a solid start.
So this one tonight we're going to touch on top 6 is listen. It's out there. It's random. It means nothing as to what we've spoken about on the show tonight. But it just came into my head recently because I was getting frustrated with things I was seeing on social media, and it just made me say, Ads, tonight we're talking about the top 6 shit pets.
I'm so ready.
You might go, what the fuck is that got to do with anything? Nothing.
Nothing, and that's why it's fun.
Unless you have a social media account for your pet,
or you own one of the 6 pets that we're about to list.
Do you want to take us away, Ads? I feel like I want you to lead tonight.
Okay, well I'll go in. I've got a clear number 1.
I'm all ears.
I have owned this pet, and they are shit. So number 1, the axolotl.
What the fuck even is that? Like,
know
what I mean?
Mexican walking fish?
Yeah.
You ever owned one?
No.
They're fucked.
They seem shit.
They're practically blind, so you've essentially got to hand feed the bloody things. The second the water changes, they go all fucked out. 1 minute you walk in, they're floating, but they're still alive. And then they'll try and go to the bottom. They'll blow a few bubbles and they'll be okay. And then you think they're all good. And 2 days later, they're floating again. And then some of the water, the water gets a little bit warm and all their slime comes off. Mate, they were a nightmare. And they are my number 1 shit pet.
That's brilliant. I can't see. I think everyone has known someone with an axolotl, Mexican walking fish. I've known people with them.
Yeah,
I've never heard any good.
My oldest got obsessed with them. So
really,
yeah, when she was only 5 5 or 6 maybe.
Oh, so you didn't have this when you were a kid?
No, one of my daughters
Nice.
did.
Right.
So doing what needs to be done, I didn't get a small tank with one. I bought a 4-foot tank and bought 4 axolotls. Shit move.
Hey, I like your commitment. You went all in.
Shit move.
Okay. All right. Well, for me, number 2, the Sphinx cat. You know the no hair cat?
Oh, like what's the Austin Powers, Mr. Bigglesworth?
Yeah. Disgusting. That's a
Not
shit pet.
Not an attractive animal.
No, you can have that. You can absolutely have that.
Have you ever seen one?
Don't
in
want
the
to.
flesh?
They freak me out. They gross me out.
Yeah, it'd be a bit weird to like handle one.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, no, I'll pay. Yeah, I'll pay that. That's it. That's actually a good one. Number 3, a guinea pig. Is it a rat? Is it a rabbit? Does it do anything? They stink. They shit everywhere. You can't let it out because it's gone. Shit pet.
Well played. I think the biggest question there that you raised is, what is it?
Yeah, what is
Does
it?
anyone really know what it is?
No. What is it?
No.
Shit pet.
Shit pet.
Yeah.
I actually had one when I was a kid, FYI.
Shit pet.
From memory, don't last long. Not a survivor. Can't remember.
Shit pet.
I mean, it didn't stick in my happy memories from childhood. So. Number 4, rat.
Yeah.
It's an absolute fucking no from me.
Yeah.
I mean, what? Like, no.
Because if you get bitten, you automatically think you got AIDS or something.
You probably do. I think you're thinking of rabies.
Same.
It's not the same at all.
Anyway, shit pet.
Shit pet. Rat.
Shit pet.
Over to you.
Number 6. Are we up to number 6?
Yeah, 5.
Oh, fuck.
5. It's not usually this hard to get through a top 6.
Number 5. Number 5. A tarantula.
Oh, fuck that.
Because it's a fucking
Who's got
tarantula.
them?
Weird people. Every now and then, my Instagram algorithm will just be overtaken by people that have tarantulas as pets, and they hold them and shit.
No.
Fuck all of that. You can have them. They shouldn't be pets.
No. It shouldn't be a pet. It
shouldn't even be a thing. It shouldn't even be a thing.
Yeah. And listen, to round out, it's a similar thing. People just shouldn't have them. As a rule, I don't care all the excuses and the reasons people want them. Number 6, snake. No.
Yeah.
No.
That's it. Yeah, it's in the same family.
Shit pet.
The fucking spider.
Shit pet.
Especially those people that have those real big ones. Mate, they think they're sizing you up. Give them half a chance.
You hear all that shit.
Yeah. No.
And I just think, think about all the people, if you know anyone, or I've known a few people to have them. There's always a bad story.
Yeah.
There's always an escape story. Found it in the fucking top cupboard of the kitchen 14 days later, and
dog's
just
gone
eating
missing.
next door dog or whatever. And he's like, nah, it's just no. It's a shit pet.
Not supposed to be a pet.
So there we go.
Top
I'm
6
glad
shit pets.
I'm glad we did that. Top 6 shit pets.
And they were all shit pets, by the way.
Well, let's go through them and see if we've made a mistake. Haven't.
Mm-hmm.
Mexican walking fish. No hair cat.
Yeah.
Guinea pig. Rat. tarantula, snake.
Yeah, all shit pets.
Oh, they're all shit pets.
It's a solid top 6.
There's nothing there that's questionable. They're just shit.
They're
all
just
of
shit.
them.
Yeah.
So well done. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad we got that off our chest. Makes me
Yeah.
feel better.
It's out in the world. Now, if we missed one, reach out on socials.
Yeah, what have we missed? What's a shit pet we've missed?
Yeah.
There might be some. I think
And
there's some
get as specific as you want.
Oh, yeah, yeah, absolutely. It
Yeah.
could be, species specific. It could be, there's some great pets out there, but there's some shit pets out there.
Oh, there's some proper shit pets.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Well, that's just about us for another week. Once we round out the top 6 ads, we wrap things up. I guess just to recap the show, jump onto 7 Mate and have a look at the Hook, Line and Sinker episode that we featured in recently. Oh, that's a bit of a shameless plug, but I don't care. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Send in your applications if you are interested in becoming part of the management team here at the Deep Drop. I think it became pretty evident that if you've got fishing knowledge and experience, that's good and welcomed and better than what's currently in the team. The ABT. So we want to hear from... Are we saying we want to hear from non-boaters and boaters?
So just a solid minute voice message. Give us your real quick rundown on the pros and cons of being a boater and a non-boater. And if there's any in there that are really special, we'd love to have you on the pod to actually talk it through, because I don't know anything about it and it seems very interesting to me.
Yeah, I think we've kind of written a new rule book here tonight for the non-boaters. I'd love to hear the feedback on that from the non-boaters and the boaters too. Like, does that sit well with them? Are they comfortable
Have we
with
covered
that?
everything?
Have we covered everything? Or if we missed something? So anyone out there, regardless if you're a tournament fisher, just tell us what you think. Thanks to Carp Charters for the new spono tonight. Interesting one.
Dick and Bottom.
Stuart Dick and Bottom. We might get him in for a chat. Probably won't.
See what the local carp scene's like.
And of course, the ABT comps. Let's build them up. Let's get more info about how we can interact and engage in these comps, because I think it's great.
Yep, championship rings.
So we need to work on that. Maybe we can supply that.
Yeah, we need
just Deep Drop logo in the middle. It's gold diamond studs around it.
The double
obviously.
Ds.
Yeah. Deep Drop diamonds. 3Ds.
3Ds.
And shit pets, have we missed any? Have you got any shit pets that you want to nominate for our list? We've listed a top 6, but we're open to making it 10 if we have to.
Yep, if we have to, because there's plenty of shit pets out there.
All right, good. All right, well, thank you very much. It's plenty going on in the world of recreational fishing ads. We've got a big week, and I hope everyone manages to get out for a fish wherever you are in Australia. There's some interesting weather patterns at the moment all over the joint, so find a window and get out there and have a flick and enjoy. Adam, that is us. We'll see you next week. See you, mate.
Peace.